Today, I briefly said what the surface area of a sphere is in passing. And so if you go ahead and look at this, it says the surface area of a sphere with radius r is given by the formula. Where'd the formula go? There it is. S equals 4 pi r squared. So real similar to the volume of a sphere. Okay, this is the surface area of a sphere. Now the surface area of a sphere, remember, is the outside of a sphere. Okay. So anyway, so if I have that problem that I have shown below, okay, and I want to find the surface area of that, what will the formula look like? 4 pi. Good job. Yep, 1.5. Because the radius, remember, is half the diameter, and they give me the diameter, which is 3. So when I calculate that all out, what do I end up getting? 28.27?
No, 42.4. I have 28.27. Yep.
Okay, the reason why I think it should be 28.27 is because it comes out to be equivalent of 9 pi. Okay, so this is either 28.27 centimeters squared, or it's also 9 pi centimeters squared. Okay, so either of those is acceptable, and so that's the surface area. It does differ from the volume. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and look at another example and see what we come up with. Find the volume of a sphere whose surface area is 25 pi centimeters squared. So now look at what they give us. They give us the surface area. The surface area of a sphere is 25 pi. Okay, so surface area of a sphere is 25 pi, and so I know the surface area formula is this. So I end up having 25 pi equals 4 pi r squared. So to solve this, what am I going to do? Divide by 4 and divide by pi. So what ends up happening is my pi's cancel, and I end up getting 25 over 4 equals r squared. Okay? So now how do I find my radius? Square root. Now remember, whenever we take the square root, we always take the positive and negative, but we can never have a negative radius. Okay, so what's the square root of 25? 5. What's the square root of 4? 2. So my radius in this case is 5 over 2 or 2.5. Okay, it could also be 2.5 if you'd want as well. So then now, the question asks us to find the volume. So I know the volume formula is 4/3 pi r cubed. And so now what I'm going to do is plug in that radius right there. So I get 4/3 times pi times 2.5 cubed. Now when I do that, what do I end up with? 65.45. Okay, label will be centimeters cubed. Okay, so on that one you're going to have to find the radius first and then plug it in. Questions? Let's look at the next one. Ooh, it's flipped. Now we're finding the surface area when we're given the volume. Okay? So to find the surface area when we're given the volume, we're going to plug in what we know. We know that the volume is 4/3 pi r cubed. So let's plug in the fact that the volume is 12,348 pi. And that's going to equal 4/3 pi r cubed. So to solve that, what I'm going to go ahead and do is divide by 4/3. What's another way to divide by 4/3? Multiply by 3/4. Okay, my pi's will cancel since I have 1 on each side. So what does r cubed come out to be? No. 3087 times 3. So 9,261. Okay, 9,261. So now what I need to do to solve that, I need to take the cube root of both sides. Remember on your calculator, to take the cube root is to just raise it to the 1/3 power. Okay, that's the same thing. So what is the cube root of 9,261?
How do you do this?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to use the caret power on your calculator, or the y. You will use your y to the x key. Okay, so use the y to the x, and then you're going to do 1/3. So what does the radius come out to be?
21.
21. Okay, so did y'all get that figured out when you're, okay, so you'll use the y to the x key. So my radius is 21. Now what I need to do is find my surface area. So surface area is 4 pi r squared. So what I'm going to do is plug in 21 for r. What does that come out to be?
1,700.
So either of those is acceptable. So think you can handle today? Pretty straightforward. All right, so you have a total of 8 problems, pages 563 through 564, 1 through 8.
They've never done that.